Did I tell you the reason I love Windows 11?
I have a feeling this is going to be sarcastic.
No, exactly for the reason that Minix said. There's so many lovely machines that Windows 11 officially makes obsolete that Linux will fly on.
All right, welcome to episode 266 of the LinuxLUGcast. We are an open podcast / lug that meets at 9 p.m. Eastern every first and third Friday of the month using Mumble. We encourage anyone that listens to us to participate on the podcast. All you need to do is go to linuxlugcast.com and install Mumble, and on linuxlugcast.com is the details for our Mumble server. All right, if you have any questions, comments, topics like us to discuss, you can. Got thrown off because I hear myself back through somebody's. All right, I guess through Danny's. Am I talking too loud?
No, it's not mine.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, it is. Your mic's hot.
Let me see why.
I somehow hear myself back on. There it is.
You can hear yourself through my mic?
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you through. Yeah.
You talk now.
I can no longer hear two of me. There we go.
That is wonderful.
Oh no, it's still doing it. Talk, mordancy.
It's doing it for me, but I don't see where it's coming from.
I see it's coming from mine. What the fuck? Now do it.
All right, let's see if we can get this going again. If you have any questions, comments, or topics you'd like us to discuss and are unable to join us live during the show, you can send us an email at feedback@linuxlugcast.com. We have a Lemmy server where things are getting posted all the time. Crazy. Tons of postings on the Lemmy server of all sorts of news and information about Linux and stuff. Go check out that link and check out the whatever's new and happening in the Linux community. We are on top of it all. You can also join the conversation over at Matrix, where we talk about just about everything. We have a Jitsi channel where we do the video recording for this, and the video recording is then published to both YouTube and Peertube. Links to all of these are in the show notes and at linuxlugcast.com. What episode are we up to on YouTube now?
I'm behind. I'm not sure. If I hadn't, if it's this whole job deal and studying and stuff, so. Anybody want to make a video?
That wasn't the question. The question was what episode?
I don't know. Anybody want to give it a shot?
What? Doing the video?
Yeah. I can send you the elements for the one. What happens is the audio and video get out of sync, and I have to sync it manually, and it's freaking impossible almost.
261.
Okay. You want to try 262?
I don't know, maybe.
If anybody wants to try it, I can send you the elements.
All right. I'm your host of this evening, Honkeymagoo. With us tonight is Joe.
Yeah, I'm here.
Minix.
I'm here.
Mordancy.
Hello, everyone.
And Netminer.
Hello, friends.
All right. Who's been doing anything interesting?
I kind of. Well, I talked about my stuff before the show, but it wasn't very interesting.
Mine's not excessively interesting either. I mean, all I've done is try and get OpenWRT VM to work with OpenVPN, and yeah, I'm gonna have to scrap it and start over and try again.
You're doing a
Why are you using OpenVPN?
Because that's what works with OpenWRT.
Well, why don't you set up a WireGuard server?
I have a WireGuard server set up.
Well, then why do you need OpenVPN?
Why
For an R stack?
What do you mean an R stack?
For an R stack?
Oh, ARR. Okay.
Arr!
I thought you meant the letter R. Oh, got it.
Now, why are you running OpenWRT in a VM?
So that I can run an R stack on Proxmox.
But is OpenVPN all you need from OpenWRT?
Well, I need to be able to control what's using it, so I could do it directly from Docker. I've done that before, but I was following someone else's tutorial. So yes, there are other ways that I could set it up and have it work. I just wanted to try out this guy's tutorial.
But what's your endpoint for OpenVPN?
CIA.
Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
It doesn't really matter where I have the config file set up. Or to what location. But it might matter a little bit, but
I have been working with the NSA lately. And then there was a hiring freeze. Yeah, I applied for a contract job with the NSA a while back. And because I want to get clearance, because there's a lot of jobs that I've been looking at to provide clearance that require clearance, but the only way to get clearance is to be sponsored by another company, and the NSA was really easy to get a job with doing something basic, and then that's how most people get clearance that can't get sponsored by a company. They'll do a contract job for the NSA, and then it doesn't even have to be tech related, I could be a custodian or something. But if I'm in the building, I'll have at least some kind of clearance. But then now they got this hiring freeze with the whole Doge thing and all that shit, and so that got flushed down the tubes. That's just a little pro tip for you. If you need clearance for a job, NSA interviews are pretty much brain dead. Hopefully they're not listening, which they always are.
Isn't that their job to be always listening?
Yes. Yes, I'm sure they monitor my YouTube.
Well, that's all right. It'll be another 6 months before they hear this anyways.
Yeah.
yeah, they don't have the personnel to monitor our crap right now.
It's all Microsoft Copilot.
Oh, yeah.
Have
you used Copilot at all?
I have, yeah.
Yeah. Do you find it helps at all?
I use it to summarize web pages, and it works pretty good for that.
Wasn't Copilot the one that was designed to scrape what's it called again? GitHub, that's it.
Yeah.
Brain one fart.
Yeah, Microsoft bought GitHub. I haven't really used it. I've questioned. I've asked it to spit out some code snippets and stuff, and they're always fucking convoluted and wrong. I mean, it's maybe a good template to get started, but you wouldn't use it in production or anything like that. But mainly just for condensing things or summarizing
You would be
things.
surprised what people would use in production.
Yeah. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest.
Actually, you may be surprised.
Anybody who's gone to a major hospital and seen all those XP systems still running probably wouldn't be surprised by much of anything.
Right. Hey, at least it's not Windows 98.
My brother asked if he could put Windows 10, since it's going out of support, on an external drive. I gave him the quick answer. No.
Well, that's one thing we're doing at work is upgrading. And a surprising amount of workstations we own don't have TPM 2.0.
What is TPM 2.0?
A little piece of hardware that makes it so that you can run Windows 11.
Tiny little module.
But
Trusted
you can get
platform
around that by
module.
using ventoing.
Oh, did I tell you the reason I love Windows 11?
I have a feeling this is going to be sarcastic.
No, exactly for the reason that Minix said. There's so many lovely machines that Windows 11 officially makes obsolete that Linux will fly on.
You could probably pick up some cheap hardware.
Yep. Is Tenet hitting end of life?
Oh yeah,
Well-
October.
Well, my brother was saying that, and that's why I said that he could not run Windows 10 on an external drive because let's put it that I don't believe he could run it on an external drive with any degree of reliability, and I'm pretty sure that Windows 11 is going to be looking for people who are trying to keep their obsolete systems running and may have some nasty things to say about that.
So our plan, some of the applications we have are legacy applications, and or my plan anyway, is to run at least some of them in a hypervisor on Windows 11. We have too many workstations that are just older, and buying all new workstations just for those applications is going to cost a lot of money.
So what are people's logic for using Windows?
In a corporate environment, because they
It
don't
comes
know
on
any better,
everything.
What's
Corporate
that?
requirement.
It has support.
and they lock you in.
What is the support?
It started all the way back with the IBM personal computer and Bill Gates getting DOS put on computers. His parents were lobbyists. So, fact checking, I don't know. It's been years since I've read any of this. This goes back to the early days of Linux. But his parents were lobbyists and pushed government offices to buy the IBM PCs that had DOS on them. And then once companies had to use the same software as the government was using because Microsoft was making software not work with other computers. You know, the whole monopoly concerns over and over again, where they intentionally cause stuff not to work. And then everybody had an IBM computer at their home because they wanted it to work with, so they could take work home and work on it. And then that just cascaded. And then every attempt for Mac and Linux to start taking over the markets, like in Germany when the government switched to SUSE before OpenSUSE, and the Brazilian government and different places in the world, they've come back. Microsoft has come back and offer them deals that are too good to be true to get off of open source software.
So, but I think my biggest question is these. So Microsoft offers support, but what is the support that they offer?
But do they?
That's
do they?
what I'm
They don't.
saying. That
Every place I've worked, every catastrophic Microsoft issue we've had, from the business side at companies I've worked for, Microsoft's answer is upgrade to the next version of Office, to next version of Windows. You know, that's their answer every time, is you need to upgrade.
Like what? Yeah, what type of support does Microsoft actually offer? So if all of my all the desktops in Danny's office goes down, does that mean that they're going to help put him get him back?
No.
Or is that on him?
Eh.
That's on him, isn't it?
No, it's basically the same license agreement you have, where they said we're not liable for anything ever.
So
But there's a contract. The lawyers in corporate office, they want a contract. If it's free software, they're like, yeah, no. That's why Red Hat is used more in places than Debian, Slackware, Arch in the corporate environment.
Because they offer a contract?
Because they offer contract. Ubuntu and Red Hat both offer contracts, yeah. Some companies will switch to the free version of those, CentOS and I guess Ubuntu you can do with or without a contract.
It's not. Well, they're not switching to CentOS anymore.
Nope.
People are still using it.
I've been running Alma on Proxmox for like about 6 months.
VMware, all their ESXi hosts are CentOS.
Are they really?
Still, yeah.
I wonder what version.
6 and 7 in environments I have seen.
I don't know. I'm just confused as to why it's still pushed as, oh, they offer support. That's why we have a support contract with them when they don't actually do any support.
Well, it's the old nobody got fired for buying IBM. The people who pay for those contracts don't realize that they're not going to get anything for their money.
Right. Oh, well. Good luck, Danny. And I have no idea. My wife has a laptop that we put Windows 10 on, and it's saying that Windows 10 is hitting end of life. But it doesn't have doesn't meet the criteria to make it to Windows 11. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
I guarantee you, it's TPM 2.0 is why.
I'm gonna put Linux on it.
I like to, but there's a couple of things I gotta like. I'm not sure that the Cricket application works with in Linux. She still has an old iPod that she connects to it, where she has to have she still has the iTunes application, I think, and so
then here's what you're gonna do.
Take it and put it into VM.
Yes, you're gonna run Proxmox, and the only thing it's gonna have is that Windows VM, and then you're just gonna pass everything through to that VM.
That's not a horrible idea either. But it's still going to balk and say that there's that it's not getting updates or whatever. Because VM is still going to run like it's live. And at that point, what would be the difference between running it live still and then putting it in a VM?
Well, you could run Windows 11 in a VM, is what I'm saying. You could also put Windows 11 on a Ventoy stick and bypass the TPM requirements.
I'll look into that. So if you're telling me that the Windows, even though the laptop doesn't meet the system requirements for Windows 11, that if you put it on Ventoy and do the installation through Ventoy, it should still install?
Yeah, that's what I had heard. I haven't done it, but that's what I heard.
All right, I'll look into that. That seems off just because of the fact of it should still do a system requirement check, whether it's done through Ventoy or through whatever other media.
Does Ventoy bypass Windows 11 installation restrictions? Yes, by default, the relevant options are blah, 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 blah.
All right.
Post this in the show notes. I don't even have the show notes brought up.
Why not?
I don't
What are you
know, because
doing?
I forgot. I missed last show. I'm off my game, man.
Jeez. It was Mintcast, you would have your show notes up.
Well, yeah.
It was Tilt.
Kind of needed.
Does Tilt do show notes?
No.
No, you mean nobody takes down notes about everything that Joel is saying?
No. He's too busy, slinging his new protein products.
What? What is this? I haven't heard this.
Yeah. What's the term?
Pyramid scheme?
Huh?
Pyramid scheme?
No, it might be, but affiliate link.
Oh.
It's an affiliate link to some protein company.
You serious?
Uh-huh.
Dan puts up with that?
Yeah.
Is this how he
What's
lost
the
weight
show
or
number? 264?
266.
265. 266.
266.
Is this how he lost the weight with these protein shakes?
Oh. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Are you sure he didn't have gastric bypass surgery?
You spelled Joel wrong.
Oh, is it EL?
Yeah.
It's EL.
It's
always
Gorkon.
EL.
He got mad at me for putting his handle on the back of a Tilt shirt one year.
Really? Why?
Yeah, we hand painted their handles on the back, and some people that had been on the show, like No Master Yoda, and I don't remember everybody, but
Can't imagine
yeah,
getting
he wanted another one. He wanted his real name on it, not his handle.
No.
Why is my laptop 78 degrees Celsius? Crazy. I just opened it not too long ago, cleaned it up, reseated the heat seek fan combo thing. Doing great. Now it's overheating again.
I blame Fedora.
Get a water cooler for this. Thank bad.
I installed the crafty controller.
Yeah, I saw that in the show notes. What is this?
Well, I believe actually somebody on here suggested a while ago. It's a way of running Minecraft servers. It'll you run it on like Ubuntu. It'll just install Minecraft servers, and you can monitor the CPU levels, memory usage. You can start and stop them. You can type stuff into the interface, set permissions, stuff like that. It's just an easy way to start and stop Minecraft servers. So I had a Minecraft server running a while back, and then because we were using, my kids all have Kindle Fire tablets, and I bought it from the Kindle Fire store and installed it on their tablets of mine, and we were playing it for a while, and then Kindle Fire Amazon App Store decided that they weren't going to do updates to Minecraft anymore, and then not carry it anymore. But recently they brought it back, and so we're able to use it. And so I started up another server.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you hear us? Hello, Netminer. And that was Danny.
What's he doing?
I don't know. Yeah. So,
Please continue.
so I started up. So I went around and looking. Somebody has suggested this a while back to me because they knew I was running a Minecraft server, and so I went looking for it, and I found a couple of others that were pretty close to this that you can start and stop other types of servers. Some of them were Steam games, but I wanted to find this one because it looked cool. And it's a nice little web UI for doing it. I feel like I'm saying the same stuff over and over again because it's a pretty simple application. So yeah, there you go. That's pretty much all I've been up to.
Are your kids still playing Minecraft?
Well, yeah, since my daughter plays it on the Switch, and so I think I have to sign up for the Nintendo Online, which is only like $10 a year, so that she can actually play on it. But I'm going to test that the next day or so. They do a 7-day free trial. So I'm going to do the 7-day free trial and see if she can connect. But she could probably go on her tablet. And my son reinstalled it on his tablet, so I've been playing with him a little bit. It's slow as shit on the tablet. I was going to install it on the Steam Deck, but the only way to get it running on the Steam Deck is basically to purchase it in the Google Play Store and then run it that way. So I forget what the way is to play to Android on Linux, but that would be the way to do it.
Why? Why don't they have? I mean, it's a PC. Started out as a PC game, right?
So the Java edition, they have a copy of the Java edition for that you could just download and then purchase, get a licensing code for. But the Bedrock edition, which is you can set up a Bedrock server and you can connect to it through any platform. That one, for whatever reason, they don't have a Linux version of. And it seems like anytime I Google it, it seems like the only way that people are playing Minecraft on Linux is, like I said, they're doing the Play Store version of Minecraft. I might try that at some point. It's only like to download it from the Play Store. It's like $6.99, $7. It's my old 7-inch Fire Tablet. Fire Tablet doesn't have much power behind it. I mean, Fire Tablet's good if you're just gonna like watch stuff, and then maybe go use it as a web browser or go to the Amazon store. But or read books, obviously, because that doesn't require much of anything. But other than that, it's not a very powerful machine. I'm running it on the same server that I do Jellyfin. And I was watching it. I was trying to put a little load on it. So I was watching a video while running Minecraft, and it didn't seem to put too much stress on the machine. So I'm guessing it'll be okay. I thought about using the machine I built for Stable Diffusion, but I feel like that would be a electricity hog for the amount that it'll get used. I mean, when the kids are home and if they're connecting to it, that'd be one thing. But it's spend the rest of the day running all the time. Keep that machine pretty much turned off unless I'm using it for something. I had power on land set up on it. Not power on land, wake on land set up on it. I gotta reset that back up. Yeah. That way it just stays off until I need it, and then I go to I think DDWRT on my router, and then I just take wake on land and it just wakes it up.
You can install the Wake on LAN command line on any of your devices, so you can then wake them up from anywhere. You don't have to sign into the router or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that too. Yeah, because it's be a electricity hog. What about anybody else? They've been doing anything? That Miner, have you do anything with your pies? Oh, do we lose Net Miner?
I think so.
So I finally resolved an issue I've been having for, I don't know, about a year or two, using Vimcat. Vimcat is a script you can get from vim.org. One of the scripts you can use. I always put it in user local bin on all my Linux machines, both at home and in the office. And then when you cat a file, you can use Vimcat instead of cat, or you can even alias cat to Vimcat. And it will use your profile's schema color. If you have syntax highlighting turned on in Vim, it'll use the schema color for your syntax highlighting when it cats your file. Is wonderful. But there's an issue running it inside of MSys. I assume that's also with Git Bash on Windows, where it doesn't work. It errors out trying to create a temp directory. After being annoyed by it over and over and over again for the last year or two, I finally figured out what was wrong. And there's a make directory in the script that they changed, a modification from an older version where they use the M-M for the mode to create the temp directory 700, and that does not, you can't use that flag in MSys or Git Bash. So I commented out, and my syntax highlighting works again, and my frustration is gone.
That's awesome.
But Vimcat, wonderful tool. I believe it's on all three of the servers: Prolific Synergy, Linux Panacea, and Lugcast Lab. There was something else. Oh yeah, Prolific Synergy was not working. It had failed in the middle of a upgrade, so I fixed it manually this week. And I think I have everything reinstalled and updated. So if there's any other applications you want on there, let me know. And if one of you wants to look at the CMS that are available for website building on there, I can reroute it so when you go to the main domain, it routes to a blog site. I was looking at 299.ko, which I think is the new one they added for content management system. It looks like an easy portal can be built with that.
299.ko. Oh.
Anybody hear me now?
Yeah.
Had a bit of technical difficulties. I'll talk to you in a moment.
Who's Mordancy talking to?
Mordancy, are you trying to talk to us? No, he's on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just retrying this setup for OpenWRT, except now I'm actually using the LXC as opposed to the VM. Hey, Eric, how's it going?
Hey, hey.
Hey, it's an Eric.
It is. Can you believe it?
Oh, we missed
What's
you on
happening, guys?
Midcast, man. What happened?
This is more important.
I honestly, I don't know, man. I had a
Don't
bunch
want
of teeth
to?
taken out. No, I had a bunch of teeth taken out, and like I was really every time I was talking. So this is probably way more information than you ever want to know. You guys know like how close your sinus is to the root of your teeth? Is that like
Dude, I
common knowledge?
just had a root canal.
Yes, yes. I've talked to
had-
so many people with issues that
I've had most of
Okay,
my
so-
upper grill worked on. Yeah, I realize how close it is, and dude, those injections, yes, they will mess with your sinuses.
Well, so I didn't know this, and so, but he showed me they did this like CT scan and can see I had like bone loss from the infection that I had, and anyway, so they took the teeth out, and then it took about a week to stop hurting really bad, and then after that, like I noticed that I had this like squeaking in the back of my. I'm like, what is that? So basically right now I just have an open hole between my mouth and my sinus. So, and I'm like not kidding, if I drink something too fast, it like comes out of my nose.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely bananas. So I'm like, I call, I'm like, is this bad? And he's like, no, it's just a wound. It has to heal. It will heal over and it won't be a hole. But it takes, a couple weeks sometimes. And so I'm kind of at a point where it's getting a little bit smaller, but I still like, yeah. And so anyway, for like 3 weeks, 3 weeks, I was just like really uncomfortable, really sore. And yeah, just like not really feeling up to gabbing. So
Man. Are you going to get 3D printed teeth like you were talking about?
yeah, actually, well, no. So I thought I would, and I have a temporary bridge right now on the bottom, and yes, it is 3D printed. But
Really?
the permanent one, yeah. But the permanent one apparently is going to be this guy that does it prefers to do like a mold, so they do the the tooth mold, and then they work off of that, and like that's just like how they prefer to do it. Like this guy in particular, they take it really seriously. I don't know if you guys have had a crown or anything like that, depending on who you work with.
Just the other day.
The one crown I have, well, the one crown I have, the guy, I went to his office, and like it's all he does, and the color matching. He was so obsessive about it. Like, I'm not joking. He spent like 20 minutes going through all these books and like, holding them up to like looking at it was like to the point where he was just going back and forth, oh, I don't know, maybe it's this one. And, so finally was happy with it. And it is amazing. Like I literally forget which tooth is the crown because it's so perfectly done. But anyway, yeah, so the guy that's doing the bridge, I guess, is like that's his preference to do it that way. But I did ask, like, and they said, yeah, there's a lot of people that do. Actually, so last Halloween, there's a hygienist at my dentist office who she knows a guy, or she's starting to work for a different guy who they do 3D printing. And instead of just like doing dental like application, they were doing teeth, fangs. So she's like, "Do you want fangs?" And I'm like, "Of course I want fangs." And so I was like, "They're just starting out." She's like, "Well, I don't know, maybe it'd be like $100." I'm like, "Yeah, it's fine. I don't care. I want them." And I've always had like those shitty ones you just put in that are like, they have a hinge in the back and like you drool everywhere.
Like a Halloween costume.
Yeah. But these ones were like literally prosthetic. Like they slip over my teeth, and they are like because they're 3D printed from a mold, they fit exactly, and they look like animalistic fangs. Like, it's bananas. I was wearing them around for like a week, and people would look and then look again. And they're so comfortable. You can wear them. I can't close my mouth all the way because the your canines are supposed to, there's just enough extra space added by them that you can't, it's not like you can close your mouth all the way, but they're so comfortable. I literally would forget I was wearing them, and someone would say, "Man, your teeth are," I'm like, "Oh yeah," because they color matched them too, and they made them look great. Anyway, so yes, I've had 3D stuff or 3D printed stuff for teeth, but it was not actual. It was
No.
a costume. So
My cap is actually 3D printed. Like they did that same day when I had the root canal this last Wednesday. They just had me sit around for 45 minutes while they 3D printed it and then put it in.
oh wow, that's convenient, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
So I
want
wanna
to
interject.
up the conversation.
I want to interject in the day. I subscribed to Make Magazine way back when it started, and then when they canceled the project, another company bought it up, and I still receive all the Make magazines. But they used to have a blog and podcast, I think. And one of their weekend projects was making vampire fangs, and they used you can buy alginate and use a Dixie cup to make your own mold. That'd be what, get your own mold and then cast your own teeth, and then I think it was nail polish and cornstarch. I forget what the ingredients were, but there's two things you mix up and then you shape them on your teeth, and then you can grind them down with a Dremel, and you get perfect precision vampire teeth or full grills, caps, whatever. I have alginate. I have a huge tub of dental alginate that I want to try. I want to do different fang sets, teeth sets, everything from homeless to 30 days of night to whatever that would fit perfectly and just snap into place. But I added that to the show notes, the link to the Make Magazine projects. And
That's cool.
And I was looking up, I found the patent application for the GIS GPS, the directional turning for GPS maps, and that's from the company I work for. That's what I created. That was me. That's my claim to fame.
That's pretty cool. Does it show any of your credit?
Probably not. I mean, my name was all over the application because it was because I comment well in my code, but they were talking about moving it to some Microsoft platform back in the day, to whatever Teams was back in 05, Business Process Manager or something like that. They were going to rewrite it all in .NET. I didn't stay for that. My name's not in there.
Did you work with Daniel Colby
Yep.
in Newark, Ohio?
Newark, Ohio, 51 North 3rd Street. 5th floor, 7th floor, something like that. Yeah, it's the big building in Newark, Ohio. Downtown is the intersection of two streets and nothing else. Or was 20 years ago. It might be bigger now.
So what else is going on? Did I come in and like blow up the chat? Are you guys talking about stuff or?
Not really. I think it's been a
Okay.
slow week. How about you? Have you
Gotcha.
been doing anything interesting
Besides
besides suffering through a hole in your head?
Yeah, besides that. I was just reinstalled. So I tried to upgrade. My daughter's computer had Ubuntu 23.10 on it. And I was trying to get her to 24.04 so she'd have an LTS and I wouldn't have to like mess it up. And so I thought, oh, I'll just try to upgrade. And it wouldn't upgrade. And then it was like, okay, so go get the Lunar, the 24, no, what would it be? No, she
If
could
you're
have done
not
2310.
on the long term release, you have to do each version up to the long term.
Yeah, I think she actually had maybe 2210. I don't know. So it was too many versions back, yeah. And so I went and got the Lunar installer, and it didn't work. The Lunar upgrade tool, and I'm like, because it gave me some message about the Ubuntu dash. I want to say Ubuntu dash basic or Ubuntu dot minimal. Ubuntu dot minimal was not found or blah blah blah, something like that. And I tried to hunt down like what was it. And I tried changing the repository files and doing different things, and it just refused. And there was one where you could set an environment variable, and then another one. Like I just went through all these different possible options to the point where I'm like, okay, this is dumb. It's just going to be quicker to reinstall it. So I did a backup, full disk back, like an image backup, and just used Deja Dupe for the files for a file backup too. And then did a full install of 2404, and it's boring. Installing Linux is so easy these days, you know what I mean? So I wasn't sure if it was going to tell me. So I know which installer is it that gives you the option to replace an installed version. Can't think of what it is right now. It's not popping into my head. Anyway, there's an installer that's pretty commonly used, like Manjaro uses it, and like a bunch of other distros. But anyway, usually you can just click, like it shows you a representation of the partitions on the drive, and then you can just click the one partition you want to like replace the OS, and then but the one that Ubuntu is using, Ubiquity, I guess, or no, they just changed to a new one a couple releases back, didn't they? It's Rust based now, I think, or something like that. Anyway, so I had to format the disk, and no big deal. I had backed everything up, so installed, and then started putting everything back, and got most of the way there. So like I had to ask her preference between Firefox, and then she's using Chromebooks at school, and they use for some reason they're using Edge on it. Is it a Chromebook?
Yeah, I think it's Edge and Chrome that we're using.
Do you use Edge and Chrome?
Yeah, but Edge is always faster though.
But
so
Edge is faster.
I always use Edge.
Okay, so she says Edge is faster, so she uses Edge. So I had to install Edge, and just when you're trying to build up someone else's computer, I had to find the same wallpaper. Just get it all back to the way it was, and install different apps and stuff like that. I chose the minimal install, and it was weird. It wasn't even like doing thumbnails. I had to install the FFmpeg thumbnailer, and there was some really glaring oversights of like basic functionality that I guess you don't get unless you do the full install. So I was a little surprised by that, and I should have just done the full install, but for some reason I was like, it's easier to build it up than it is to go in and just uninstall a bunch of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't actually installed anything for being as much of a distro hopper as I had been for such a long time. Like, I really don't enjoy hopping and reinstalling now. I keep wanting to put Cache OS. If you guys have heard of that, it's basically an optimized version of Arch. And it actually does run pretty quickly, like boot times and start times for applications and stuff. And they have a custom version of Firefox, and it's just kind of it's neat that they took Arch and did something with it instead of it just being basically like an installer, like an Endeavor OS or something like that. So anyway, I wanted to install it, and then I got on the computer I was going to install it on, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I like what's already on here, and it's already all set up, and like everything's installed. Do I really want to go through all that? And I'm just like, no. So I didn't go through with it, which is so completely 180 from where I'd been for such a long time, where it was like any excuse I could find, no matter how trivial, to reinstall Linux. My wife used to make fun of me, like that was my hobby, was installing Linux, because that's literally she'd walk in a room and see a terminal scrolling by, or the installer, and she's like, what are you doing? Like, you know what I'm doing. So anyway, so yeah, I don't know if it just means it's an age thing. Like, I've kind of just got to the point where I just don't want to deal with it anymore, and I just want to sit down and get something done, or I'm just less fascinated by it, or maybe things are just too samey now. I don't know. You guys do that? I mean, have you gone through that phase where you would just like jump like crazy and try everything as soon as it would come out?
I never had a big distro hopping. I mean, I've tried many distros over the years, but I've never had like a huge distro hopping phase.
No? Okay.
I mean, I've tried many, and I've just wound up landing on a few that I kind of liked, and if it works, then I'll stick with it until I'll usually stick with a distro until something breaks, and then I mean, I never on my laptops, I usually don't have anything too important. If it's important, I'll back it up to my next cloud or back it up to somewhere else. Other than that, there's nothing too important on it, so nuking and paving is not that big of a deal. I think this actually the Lenovo here I think would be the biggest pain in the ass, because that's where I have all of the stuff where I have set up for the recording. So besides that, you know what? Now that I'm saying that out loud, I need to back up that script for some of the recording stuff, because I have a script set up.
Go
ahead.
My desktop's on Mint 21.3, and I'm like, I know 22.1's is it? Yeah, I think .1's out even now, 22, and it's just like, I know I need to upgrade, and I probably only have a couple months left until they stop supporting it, but the upgrades are never perfect, and I know there's going to be some amount of pressure to have to reinstall and do different things. And yeah, and I have like my Plex server running on there. I have my just stuff that's set up and running. I have a lot of AI tools, and like it's all just kind of installed and running, and I'm really hesitant to upset any of it, because it means I'm going to have to probably do a lot of work to get it back. There's a lot of stuff, like especially around AI or Python type stuff, where you've got to have the right version of the Python, and like set your environment variables. And I mean, it's not like insurmountable or like that difficult, but it's just a pain, and once you have everything up and running the exact way you want it, I just don't feel like messing with it. But may not have a choice, obviously, at some point. It's like my NAS. I think I've told you guys I have a Synology NAS that's exactly 10 years old, and they have stopped their ending update support sometime in like August, I think, this year, maybe October. It might be all the way to the October, but anyway, it's not very long, and I'm trying to figure out what to do with that data. Do I build my own? Do I get another Synology? I mean, I can't complain. I think I spent, with the discs, I think I spent somewhere around $600 when I set it up 10 years ago, and I've only had to replace one disc in that entire time. I have WD Reds in there. Yeah, WD Reds. And like, it's just been such a workhorse. Like, it just does what it's supposed to do. I've had file servers that I maintained myself. One of my first Linux servers I set up for myself was a file server on Debian, and that thing ran in a closet for 6 years, 7 years. I would update it every now and then, but I mean, the uptime on it was ridiculous. It never went down, and you know, I had it on a UPS, so even if like there was a couple minutes, you know, power outage or something, it never went down. And that thing was the absolute definition of reliable. And but when I went to rebuild something, I was just like, you know, I just want something that's like hands-free and just set it up, you know, set and forget, whatever. And so I did the Synology, and it has been like, there's a lot of stuff into and you know, it's just been a convenient tool to use. And so now I'm sort of faced that same decision: do I just buy another one, or the other thing, and I don't want to be a downer, is like mortality. Like, I think of it is not unlikely that I meet my demise sooner than later just because of my health issues. And the idea of leaving behind technology that my wife would have to deal with, that she's not going to have the first clue. You know, if I have the home built, you know, NAS system, I mean, Synology is going to be bad enough, but you know, if I have something that's like custom built, you know, she's not going to have a clue. And I don't want to put her in a position like that, you know. So I'm trying to think of like, because it's everything. It's our pictures, it's digital files, it's work files, it's, you know, like healthcare stuff, taxes, it's everything. You know, it's all of our digital life basically. And I back it up and everything, so it's not like the data is at risk, but just the functionality of explaining to her like how to do something, or at least be able to at least get the data off of it if she needs to. I don't know. Anyway, I feel like I'm rambling. That's sort of what I've been thinking about lately, tech wise. Oh, one other thing. Her main work system, she works from home as a graphic designer, graphic artist, and she uses a laptop so that she'd be able to take it with her. She never really does, but just so like if we have to leave for a hurricane, or if she wanted to go stay somewhere for a month or something, she'd be able to take it with her, that kind of thing. And she has a Dell, I want to say it's an Inspiron Gaming. It was a system I had. It's a 17-inch sort of desktop replacement jobby that's probably weighs 12 pounds. And I had it. It was mine for a couple years, and then I got the XPS that I have now. So it's probably, I want to say like 7 years old, maybe 8. So it's getting a little long in the tooth. The fans run all the time, and it has Windows 10 on it. It doesn't technically qualify for an upgrade to Windows 11, so support's waning on it. And so I'm facing out with like, how do I get a new system? I'm really hesitant to buy a new Windows system with the Copilot functionality. I'm seriously wigged out by the idea that rewind or replay thing. I hate that feature so much. Like, I can't ever imagine running a system with something that's like spying on you like that. But so I'm thinking I'd probably have to get her something that's like pre-Copilot, still relatively new. But anyway, so that's sort of on my radar, things to think about. But yeah, I think that's about everything I've been working on.
Well, I think we've exhausted most things there. Is there anything else that before we go into the movie?
I don't have anything.
All right, then who wants to give the?
Here's something kind of weird. I have I do have another interview. Have y'all ever done this? I just want to pick your brain for a little bit. It's a video interview that's pre-recorded.
Pre-recorded?
Yep. So I go to a site, and I play a video, and as the video is playing, I answer questions, and it records my response, my video response to the questions that are being asked to me, but they're not being asked live.
Holy shit, that's the most fucking laziest HR department I've ever heard in my fucking life.
I had
The guy,
same
the
reaction.
HR departments can't even be bothered to physically fucking be there. They had to record it.
It's a
That's
huge
their
company, though.
That's their
it's-
fucking job, though.
I know, but
That's the
it's
number one part of your job is to hire people and to interview fucking people.
this is the way it's going now. It's a pre-recorded video interview that asks me questions, and I answer them, and it records my video response.
Fuck this IT shit. I should just go into HR.
I'm
human resources manager of oh god, what are the websites now?
Google.
No. Prolific Synergy. That's it.
No.
I'm HR manager for Prolific Synergy. Been doing it for a long time. Hiring people, firing people, interviewing people constantly. What a racket that is! Holy shit! You don't even have to be there for an interview. Just
Well,
interview
I'm
yourself.
sure I'll have to meet
Pause
them
the
eventually,
video here.
if I pass it.
Press record and do your response.
Yep. Anyway, I just wanted to ask if anybody's gone through that.
That's pretty fucked up.
Mm-hmm. If you want to look it up, it's called Yellow, YELLO.co. That's the service they're using.
They can't even bother with like a phone interview or something.
Well, I think this is early stages, so I did my resume, and then they called me and they called me and said, "Are you legal to work in the U.S.? Do you need sponsored visa status and things like that?" And I said, "No, I'm legal." And then I got an email saying I've been one of the candidates picked, and a link to this website where I'm supposed to do an interview. I'm going to put it in the show notes right now.
So it's a website. You don't have to physically go to a place to record it?
No.
All right.
It's called yellow.co. Just put it in the show notes.
No,
It's called Talent Acquisition Software. Focus on the candidates, reduce time to hire, and show ROI with one solution built for campus recruiting.
So I haven't done much interviewing, but I once did it was kind of an interview. It was kind of a testing thing for Comcast remote support. So you're the person that they call up when they call up for support, and do you had to answer questions that would have been like somebody asking you a question over the phone, or at the same time answering questions the same way they would if they typed it into their little chat thing. That's kind of close. I mean, I didn't have like an interview. I just went through that process of a bunch of examples of that. Of course, I never got a call back from them, so I guess I didn't answer properly.
You never know what they're looking for, man. It's just
whatever. I don't
fortune
think the pay
telling, basically.
I don't think the pay would have been enough, but I think it was I don't know, something else at the time. But yeah, this fish fucking lazy still though. All right, now do we want to talk about Tenet?
Sure.
Eric, did you watch Tenet before? Have you seen Tenet before?
I have not. It sounds very familiar. Maybe I have actually. Let me look it up real quick. I didn't watch it for this because I didn't know that's what it was. But It sounds familiar.
Was it 2020 it came out?
Oh yeah, I have seen this.
Yeah, the guy in it is the same guy from the Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV show.
No.
Huh? Looked
No.
like him.
Mr. and Mrs. Smith TV show was Danny Glover.
Oh, okay.
This is the same guy from The Creator.
Oh. I think I made the same mistake for The Creator.
Danny Glover, Donald Glover, whatever. The guy who was in.
You thought this was Danny Glover?
Is it Danny
Holy
Glover or
cow.
Donald Glover?
No, it couldn't be Danny Glover because he's like 80 years old.
Right, Donald Glover.
Okay, yeah. I can see that. This guy's name is John David Washington.
Yeah, I think I watched it just simply because I saw it was a Christopher Nolan movie, and that's what kind of like gave me the initial interest. But and I like Emma Thomas too. Yeah, I honestly am struggling to remember it though. It must not have been that from.
Who wants to make the attempt of giving the description of this show?
Not me.
Movie.
Not me.
Dude, I had enough trouble trying to understand the garbage that they were trying to spout about how this worked. I'm not saying it wasn't fun and visually stunning. I'm saying that the causality was garbage.
I didn't think it was garbage. I thought it was just difficult to understand which way they were going. Because they had stuff where people were moving forward in time and backward in time at the exact same time. and it's difficult to wrap.
But not at the same time, because in their linear thing, they were going backwards in their own time or forward in their own time. And honestly, it felt like, all the back and forth just equals a zero sum.
Here's a quick summary, real quick.
That's what I was going to do too.
The protagonist, in Christopher Nolan's Tenet, a CIA operative, the protagonist, is recruited by a secret organization to prevent a future threat from collapsing the present. This threat involves a Russian oligarch who, along with others, possesses technology to manipulate time specifically by inverting objects and people. The protagonist must master this time inversion and track down the source of the threat, working with a new ally, Neil, to stop Sator's plan of using time inversion to destroy the world.
That's right. We never get his name. He's just called the protagonist. He kind of calls himself the protagonist in the story.
Yeah.
We do get his name. You just weren't paying attention.
When?
At the very, very end. The guy that's been doing all the crap through the whole movie, he was the protagonist.
Yes. But that's not his name. They just refer to him as the protagonist.
Yeah.
As in, he's the protagonist of that story.
They never say his name.
No, he's the guy that was controlling everything.
Well, no, he's not. He wasn't controlling everything. He was the guy who was running that program.
Yes, and they specifically called him the protagonist, and they said his name throughout the whole movie.
No. I don't think you're right, Joe.
John David Washington was the protagonist.
They never say his name.
The protagonist kills Priya and watches Kat leave with her son.
I don't think his name was protagonist. I think it's just he referred to himself as the protagonist of that story.
Okay.
Anyway. Description. I think your description was fine. Because I don't want to go into any more of a description. So, I thought the movie was done in a very Chris Nolan style with the way he does the music and stuff, and it was very visually appealing. I thought it was a fun movie. I thought the whole concept of the way this thing adjusted time and stuff was just very hard to get a full handle on. Besides that, I thought it was a great movie.
Yeah, it was. It was definitely more complex than Interstellar. There was a lot of good stuff going on. I was able to grasp it fairly well. I'm not sure I agree with some of the voices like Joe was saying with the continuity of the story and things like that. There are some issues I had with this that I have with Interstellar too. There's some hokey parts and stuff, and I don't think Christopher Nolan has been the same since since Inception, I guess. I think that was his last great movie. So
I like the Dark Knight movies. I thought they were all pretty good.
I thought the second one was good. The third one was too long and boring. The first one was okay. But I think Inception was really his last great movie. In that it had depth, but it also had the ability to appeal to a wide audience, which is really hard to do without making just a shitty on-the-nose movie with no subtlety and stuff. And I think he's kind of lost that kind of edge that he had with that and Memento and movies like that. But as far as just a big blockbuster sci-fi movie, I thought it was fine,
Okay.
And Oppenheimer. Actually, Oppenheimer was pretty good. I forgot about Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer was very just a few steps away from a documentary.
Yeah. And I haven't seen, what's the World War I movie he did?
Dunkirk?
Yeah, Dunkirk. I haven't seen that, so.
I actually haven't even seen Interstellar yet.
He's coming out with a new movie next year called The Odyssey.
Dunkirk would be World War II, I think.
Oh, was it? Yeah, you're right. World War II. Yeah, I'm looking at his filmography, right? The Prestige was great. Insomnia was okay. I thought Robin Williams was pretty good in that, but Memento was awesome. Prestige, Inception, and Following I haven't seen. I'll have to check that out. But yeah, I think Interstellar was very hokey, and this was a little bit hokey, but okay. I still give it a thumbs up. It's really hard to go in depth on this movie because there's so much shit going on. It would take all night just to talk about it, so I can just kind of give my overview like that.
I at least appreciate the fact that it is a unique story.
Yeah, and that's one thing I like about Nolan is at the very least you're going to get some new ideas out there that haven't been overdone to death.
Right.
And Oppenheimer, I guess, is not really fair in that sense because it is a biopic and
right.
Not really supposed to be new ideas. But would you like to hear what the Odyssey is? It's the poem by Homer brought to the big screen. I think that's pretty cool. You remember the Odyssey?
I remember that it's there. I don't remember anything about it.
Remember Jason and the Argonauts? That was part of the Odyssey mythology.
I remember the Odyssey.
The Odyssey follows Odysseus, the legendary Greek king of Ithaca, on his perilous journey to return home following the Trojan War, his encounters with the Cyclops, Polyphemus, Sirens, and the witch goddess Circe, and his reunion with his wife Penelope. Matt Damon is Odysseus. That might be interesting. I'll see that. I remember the first audiobook I ever bought on cassette tape was The Odyssey, and I couldn't listen to it. The guy who was reading it was doing different voices for the different characters, but he was so like over the top and theatric, and when it's just like so like overacting and stuff. It was annoying. I was like, just read it like a human being reads a story. And that's all I wanted. Couldn't get through that. Little side note there. Did you give this a thumbs up, Honky?
Yeah, I liked it.
As long as you ignore the science and just take it as a movie, it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a thumbs up.
Anybody else?
Mordancy, what do you like? What did you think about it?
I'll give it a thumbs up. It was entertaining.
Eric, what do you say?
Do you remember it, Eric?
You know, I do, and I remember, like you said, there was just so much stuff going on that, like, I don't know. I didn't dislike it, but I can't say that it was memorable enough that I could ever say, "Oh, you guys gotta watch this." You know. You know what? It wasn't a waste of my time, so I'll give it a thumbs up. You know, I didn't like watch it and regret that I watched it. You know, it was just not something that I was like, whoop, you know, blown
Like
away
most-
by. So.
Like most of the movies out on our list.
Yes, exactly. Where it was like I wasn't 10 minutes in going questioning my life decisions.
How fast can I speed up this video just to make it through it?
Yeah, how fast can I watch it and still understand the dialogue?
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
not a movie you can watch in like 2x. That'd be painful.
I was only able to get up to like 1.5 on it.
I don't think I could have done 1.5. I had to. I felt like it was a
Joe,
movie I had to kind of pay attention to.
Was it you that told me you listen to your podcasts at like 4x or something
No,
ridiculous like
books, audiobooks. My
Books.
podcasts, I have to slow down because there's different accents and there's usually a lot of technical terminology. And
So
know,
once you get a voice, you can listen to it that fast,
yeah.
like an audiobook.
Well,
Wow.
I've done 5X, but that was a book that I had re-listened to a few times. That was Kevin Mitnick's books, and he's, you know, he was pretty articulate, and easy to understand.
So like you listened to the Micro Machine guys, and you were just like, yeah, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, there you go. Not the worst movie we've ever reviewed, that's for sure.
Not the worst. It's not Bikini Hackers. It's not.
What's the
Don the Dragon Wilson.
terrible bird one?
Birdemic?
Gunhead?
Yeah. No. The one where the graphics were like laughably terrible.
Birdemic?
Pick your pick.
They move with the camera.
Birdemic?
Yeah, it must be Birdemic.
That's pretty bad. Not gonna lie.
Good old Birdemic.
It is the standard for wretched movies.
Universal Soldier is still Soldiers, whichever one that was. That's still my bar.
Yeah, that was hot garbage.
Not long ago, I know this is completely unrelated, just because you said in Universal Soldier with what's his name? The guy, Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, Kurt Russell.
No, that's Soldiers.
Yeah, Kurt Russell. Soldier. Have you seen that one?
Universal Soldier had
no, I know is Dolph Lundgren.
Lundgren
I'm
and Soldier is that one, and it was on the list, and we did watch it. It was exceptionally good.
Yeah, that movie is so cool. Like I love the whole fighting on the chains and running until you drop, and
Well,
yeah,
my
it's
whole thing with that movie was it was very apropos in regards to how veterans get treated. Veterans with PTSD, you know, we see that they're a little off, so we treat them like garbage, and then we kick them out until there's people that needs killing, and then we bring them back.
yeah,
was-
you're right.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Hmm.
That sounded painful.
It was a big sneeze.
What was that name of the movie that was hot garbage?
That's what it's
A
called.
bunch of them.
You can have to be more specific.
Yeah.
I kind of liked Gunhead.
Which part?
I like the design. I mean,
The part that was probably really good, and I just didn't understand it culturally.
But it was called like Universal
wait a
Soldier.
minute. What was that? I saw a music video where the guy goes through the video and the producer or director on the end says, the part I really liked was the end.
When it stopped.
I see we have similar taste in mood. Yeah. Yeah, I really like the part when you stop.
Do you guys remember watching Crackcoon?
No, because I didn't watch it.
Nobody that watched it is on here. The director has 6 upcoming movies, including Crack Squatch, Crackula, and Crackcoons. There's some more, but those are 3 that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it was an asylum movie called Universal Soldiers that we watched.
The entire budget went to the one animation of the robot.
Yeah. The U.S. government initiates a program to create a genetically modified cybernetic super soldier, but it goes awry when the test subject escapes from the holding cell set on an island in summaries.
It was hot garbage, yes.
Hot garbage.
But we should put like all of the Universal Soldier movies on there, like all 6 of them or whatever it is, because like the first 3 are okay, and then it gets really bad. And we should just like binge watch all of them.
All right, Danny, what are we watching next?
so it's in the show notes.
Oh, you're gonna put it in?
Yep.
Colossus? Forbidden Project?
No, the Forbin project.
Forbin?
It says, thinking this will prevent war, the U.S. government gives an impenetrable supercomputer total control over launching nuclear missiles. But what the computer does with the power is unimaginable to its creators.
Does it launch all the missiles?
I'm pretty sure I can imagine it.
Y'all remember this movie saw called War Games?
Well, of course I remember War
Terminator?
Games.
Well, this came first. This was made in 1970. And it looks pretty dang cool. I like the retro futurism look of it. You even got like scrolling LED signs, like red LEDs.
Oh wow.
In 1970, the computers have giant CRT monitors, and they're like spitting out reams of paper.
Sounds like, yeah, I remember ADM3s were the high-tech terminal at UMass Boston. That is to say, they were the glassest of glass teletypes.
Looks interesting.
So it looks like this movie is out there in lots of places. It's on Internet Archive. It's so old. It's on Vimeo. It's on YouTube. Prime Video. Oh, it's not on Prime Video. But it's on all those other places. And plus, I'll put a high-res version up on the NextCloud and a link to it. Actually, the version on Vimeo, it looks pretty dang good.
Well, I have got to run early, guys. I'm glad I got a chance to jump on and say hi.
Yeah, glad you did.
Yep.
Good to hear from you again.
It's always good to hear from you.
Have a good couple weeks, Joe. I'll be talking to you sooner than that. So, all right.
All right. Good luck with
See you
everything.
later.
Have a good night.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
All right. Well, if nobody has anything else, I think we'll just close it out for tonight.
Yeah.
Early.
Yep.
We haven't left this early in a while. I feel kind of beaten down. You, Joe?
It's been a rough couple of weeks, man. That 13-hour drive,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
and then having to be a pallbearer,
Yeah.
then another 13-hour drive.
Did you do
Kinda
it straight or?
sucked. On the way up, I stopped halfway and took a 2-hour nap. Continued. On the way back, took like a 45-minute nap, then continued.
Would you pull over to a truck stop and just kind of find a place and park and shut your eyes?
A rest stop, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, did Mrs. Boylan, did she take the wheel at any time?
No, she didn't go with me.
Oh, it was just you?
Just me.
Dang, that by yourself, that's a
Yeah.
fucking long haul, man.
Well, my family really hasn't met my foster family.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to, introduce my kids more,
Yeah.
but we'll see how that goes.
I'm going to Oakley, Kansas next month.
And there's just so many people that, I should be visiting that I'm not, and then so much vacation time that I'm not getting.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
What's in Kansas?
Well, my girlfriend's nephew is graduating from high school, and her sister asked her if she could be there. So, Oakley, Kansas is in the middle of freaking nowhere. It's about 3 hours east of Denver, Colorado. And they have a fire truck there that you can sit on and take pictures with. They have a
Is that what
museum
they're known for?
that has a tiny museum that has rocks in it that are supposed to be fossils, and that's about it.
Ooh,
We're staying in the Annie Oakley Motel.
that sounds thrilling.
Yes, it's been there for 75 years, something like that. The motel we're staying in. It even says, what did it say? We were laughing at the sign. Let me get it up. It has a sign out front with Annie Oakley on it that says, direct dial phones, color TV,
Ooh,
queen size beds.
there you go.
Does it
You're all
have
set.
internet?
No.
It doesn't say it has internet, so probably not.
They don't have internet in that side of Kansas.
No,
Forget cell phone service.
no internet probably. So yeah, that's where we're staying.
Fun.
I will make the best of it. My girlfriend hates these shithole towns because she's from Amarillo, and she never wants to go back there. And but I kind of find it.
Yeah, my wife doesn't like going to Iowa with me because it's really in the middle of fuck all nowhere.
Yeah, but I kind of find it charming a little bit. You know, the old rural town flavor.
I got to go shooting.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother, my foster brother, Royce, has a Mosin Nagant, and so I got to load that thing up and go shooting with it. Got to do a little bunny blasting.
Oh, before we sign off, I want to tell Joe about this. I found a place in Richardson that is tucked away in this warehouse district. Let's see if I can find out what it's called. And you need to go check it out. 'Cause
It's an S&M club.
You lost me at Go.
It is cool.
It's an S&M club.
It has a crazy name, like it would be super high tech, but it's not at all. It's just a warehouse. What
I
is
am into, a bit of violence.
Let's see.
It's chains, paddles, good old-fashioned ball gag.
Blunt force trauma.
It's called Nexovate Systems. Nexovate Systems. Well, what it is they buy
Sounds kinky.
all this equipment, appliances, computers from, I think it's returns and overstock and stuff like that, and then they resell it.
Piques my interest.
Yeah, this warehouse is just freaking packed to the ceiling with this stuff, and you just browse around and see if there's anything that catches your eye. So
where is it?
It's in Richardson. I don't know. I doubt it even show up on the map. Let me see. The only reason I know that's what it's called is because I paid him with Zelle. And,
Are you sure it's Nexovate and not NexRage?
That's what I'm talking about. I don't think it's even on the map.
Not in Google either.
No, it's just that I guess they needed a name for Zelle or something. But I can pinpoint where it's at on a map, I bet.
You should add it to Google and then upload pictures of the inside and outside. You can put it there.
That's true. I could do that.
You sure this isn't just a temporary location for a bunch of stuff that fell off the back of a truck?
No,
Possible.
It's way too much crap. Let's see. I'll kind of give you, because I can't really. I'll give you like a pin of the
Google
area
Maps
it's in.
view?
Yeah, a Google Maps view, because I don't exactly remember exactly where it's at, but I'll put it in the show notes. Nexovate Systems, and it's in that area. I just put the pin there. But there's all these tiny little warehouses over there that just don't have names. They're just warehouses. I don't know. Oh,
Ain't
I know
no
how-
warehouse here. There's houses here.
Oh, is there? Let me see. Let me look at the.
I hit that view, and all I see is houses.
Okay, there's Greenville. I think it's. Okay, Beltline, Phillips. Hang on. Let me see where the dart rail is. It's right over there by the dart rail station.
How did you find this place?
I think they had an ad on Facebook Marketplace because my girlfriend was looking for a new vacuum cleaner. Dart rail. Oh, there it is. Okay. Spring Valley Station. There it is. Okay. Now I think. So Spring Valley Station. Yes. Okay. Now
The
I see
tech
it.
guys.
So let me replace that with another pin in the show notes. Okay. Let's see if that makes more sense. D8. No, I didn't replace it.
Coming up as the old one.
Yeah, okay. I'm like an old man. I don't know how to use a computer. Check out
Okay. I'm looking around now.
did you see the new one?
Yeah, I see the warehouses.
Yeah, okay. So let me see if I can find because I remember that Romola Bakery place.
BWC Creative?
That doesn't really sound like that would be it. Did you see that Romola Bakery? On the upper right of that pin. There's Printwave. So it'll be on the south end of the parking lots. Whichever parking lot it's in. What is this place called? Texas Tennis Courts? No. You know what? I bet if I do Street View.
Ramallah Bakery.
Yeah.
Mini storage available Sherman Plaza.
See that? I don't even think they had a sign. Okay. Go back.
You have to pick me up and take me, that's all.
I don't want to. Let's
Green Mobile.
see here. Down here a little bit.
Fast Eddie's Concierge Auto Repair. I trust every guy named Fast Eddie.
Yeah.
Rockstar Granite. Why does it sound like I'm entering into a GTA section?
This is the warehouses where they dump all the stolen goods.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? No, that's eating place. I know this is very exciting for the people on the listening to the podcast.
What, you sending me to get robbed? Yeah, I'm sure they find it hilarious.
Well, I didn't mean that. But it's in there somewhere. I think it's one. I remember seeing that Romola Bakery. So I'll see. Well, let me look. Maybe the Zelle link has a address. I don't see where it would, but The activity. No, it just says Nexovate Systems. I wonder if
Google it.
It comes up with a couple of different things. Nexovate Incorporated, expert in J.D. Edwards Enterprise Resources.
that's not it.
Nexovate Inc., application modules you need to conduct your business.
Yeah, I don't even think they have a.
Nexovate Systems is a purpose-led global business and technology consulting company.
They don't have a website. Systems Richardson.
Did they have a
Yeah,
sign on the door?
The only website they have is Made by Spiders.
I don't even know if they had a sign on the door, to be honest.
So how did you know to go there?
I think there was an address in the Facebook Marketplace posting.
Can you find the Facebook Marketplace posting?
I'll ask my girlfriend for it.
You can send me that. That would be helpful.
Yeah, I'll send you that. I will send you that. Because it's not telling me anything here. Yeah, I guess that's how they get the word out, is Facebook Marketplace.
Taking my Buick to this place. Why would you do that? I'm on a podcast. Oh, I appreciate the Coke. Did you want to say hi to all my podcasting friends? Oh, Honky waved back. Danny was just like, "To hell with you." I've actually met you in person, and I don't like you.
I didn't see. I was looking at my phone.
Wait a minute. Gee.
That miner said hi.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch this just to see the young lady.
Here. Talk to my friends.
So, is
Don't
it
worry,
true?
They don't like me either.
Is it true my dad has friends?
No.
Who's asking?
Actually, we're just looking for the short people.
Well, there's like
that
3 of
cluster
them at this
around him.
house. He just kind of attracts short people. He even made a couple.
So I remember Ms. Short. I understand I may have to subscript that.
I think you make more than midgets. I think it's because you never hit 6 foot, Dad. We're this close.
I never hit 6 foot either.
Oh, I didn't have to know that. Now I've got to. It's like obligatory. I have to make fun of you. How could you not hit 6 foot? How could you make that choice in this day and age?
Don't worry. It's just, it's for my coal miner relatives. We're used to we don't have to duck so much if we're not 6 foot.
I mean, fair assessment. But also, sounds like a skill issue.
Oh. Derry, peck at me all you want. I got my PTSD across the dinner table. No you cannot. Nothing you can do.
Nope. Nothing I can do about that. I mean, I could always join the army, get my own PTSD. What do you think, Dad? They won't let me in? Well, that's not fair. I should sue the army. That's discriminatory. Mm-hmm.
Well, trust me. It ain't. This is a gift that keeps on giving, but only been triggered once by a shrink of mine.
That's horrible. Nobody should be triggered. That's rough, man. I'm sorry.
Well, my shrink that I went to for over 15 years was very narcissistic, and she didn't need any input from her patient. She already knew.
Well, I hope she gets a good old kick in the shins, because that was awful of her. I'm sorry, sir.
Well, just that when the nice guy battens down the hatches and PTSD me, which I call the survivor, comes out, I'm all logic and sharp edges, and that's not the person I want to be.
Sounds like a very scary person.
I will say for the record that I've only been verbal, but yeah, it isn't someone that I want to pull out.
Alrighty. Thank you for sharing, sir. Yeah, you are terrifying, Dad. How could you say that?
Thank you for being compassionate and understanding.
I got good parents. They raised me right.
I got this there, Joe.
Yeah, the
water pit.
The only problem is
Oh, he wants to show you something, Daddy.
you're raising such a beautiful girl too far from the Boston area, so I will probably never meet
He
you.
says I'm raising too far from the Boston area.
Joe, I got this there, a little water pick.
That's cool.
It was new in the box.
I too have a water pick.
It was $30, I think. But,
Not bad.
yeah, I tried to look on Facebook just now, and I can't find it. I don't know even
Well,
know.
if you find it, send it to me.
Yeah,
Are we
well,
friends on Facebook?
I'll just ask her. Probably. I never go on Facebook except the marketplace.
Yeah, that's all I go on to for.
I mean, I got your number, so it didn't matter.
My other brother, Joe, is kind of on the trip to Florida, and he says he has a bunch of server racks
Ooh.
that he might want to give me, but I wouldn't be able to pick them up until on the way back because they're like the actual full
How many
size
use?
server racks, like probably 42U, the
Damn.
giant ones.
How are you going to fit that in your car?
19-inch wide, and oh my god.
Yeah, it'll be the van. I'll have to put the seats down and everything else if I can convince the wife to go visit my brother. And I don't know. I don't think Tala's going with us. Are you going with us to Florida? No, but Kai is. So she'll get to keep the server rack company if we pick it up.
Right.
But I don't know if I want an actual, like, you know, business class server. Just for how loud they are.
I'd love to have an ARM server.
Like an N100 or an N150?
You remember those friendly elect ones we put in that were in the Matrix? That who was the one that was telling me about that?
Must have missed that.
Let's see if I can find them. I'll do a search.
Well, I know that you can get Raspberry Pi racks for server rack space.
Yeah, you can make them too.
Well, I'm just saying.
I might have to print them in 3 pieces, but I'm pretty sure I can make them.
Maybe I should search for ARM.
I kind of want to make my own too. I got this stand over here that I could fortify with some 2x4s. I just have to get it the right width.
Excuse me, folks. I'm running out of gas myself. Been up too long since dark 30 this morning.
Yeah, that's fine.
I wanted to say that last weekend, Elle and I went to a couple of estate sales and a rock, fossil, mineral, and jewelry show. At one of the estate sales, she found a pin she liked, and we looked it up online, and the pin's brand new. It's still sealed in plastic. It's a $250 fancy pin, ballpoint pin. And then this weekend and next weekend, we're going to go to the Oddities and Curiosity Expo. And then there is a Viking festival here in Ohio, the last Sunday in April. So we might have pictures for those two.
I put the link to that ARM server in the show notes. Well, it's you could call it a server. It's a carrier board, and also, but it's for NVMEs, and then it has the actual compute module as well. Sorry, Mordancy, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that was all. We'll try and get pictures the next 2 weekends.
Okay.
Well, I hate to say it, but I'm really running on fumes.
Yeah. You can
Good night.
head it. Good night.
And-
Netminer, we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Yeah,
Talk
God
later.
bless all of you. And Joe, my best to your entire family. Honky the same way. Minix, give Buster a pat from me.
Oh, you know it.
And Mordancy, well, give my best to your lady, you know.
Assuming she's speaking to me.
Well, you know, for a small fee, I could put in a good word for you if I get your number.
Yeah. She uses a Line messenger app.
What, no signal? No telegram?
She didn't touch her US phone at all. She's still using her Thai phone.
Hmm.
Well, I don't have any cell phone up at the moment, so anyway. But, you know, I hope everybody has a lovely Easter weekend. Again, my condolences, Joe, for your losses.
Thank you.
And I'm very glad to know you, Joe. You know, you were talking about whatever. Anyway, I'd better fold my tent. Thank you, gentlemen.
Good night, man. Honky, you're on mute.
Oh, balls. All right. Our next recording date will be May 2nd, 2025. Our music is downright provided by Klaatu and Brome. I'd like to thank Minix for the Mumble server and the Jitsi server and pretty much all the other servers. I've been your host this evening, Honkeymagoo. With us tonight has been Joe.
Good night.
Minix.
Good night.
Mordancy.
Good night, everyone.
And if he's still around, Netminer.
Good night, folks.
All right. Good night, everybody. Happy Easter.